Well, let's move on because the Port Authority of New South Wales suspended all shipping off Newcastle today after hundreds of climate protesters used kayaks to block shipping lanes. More than 100, about 180 actually, of them were arrested but unapologetic.
Here in Newcastle, we have just heard news that we have successfully turned around a coal ship here at the world's largest coal port. This morning, over 100 people entered the coal shipping channel. Mood here on the beach is just amazing. Everyone is so pumped, so excited, so hopeful. We have blockaded the world's largest coal port.
We've successfully impeded on the rights of everybody else. Wonderful. And this is the problem with these climate protesters. They self-righteously believe that their cause trumps the rights of everybody else and indeed the law itself. Peter Garrett, who performed at the protest, told the media, quote, "Is the real threat to the Hunter region a group of citizens exercising their democratic rights, or in continuing to export the materials that will burn the world up in a furnace?"
Oh, please. I mean, this is Peter Garrett, who's probably still out there saying beds are burning. I mean, what are we...
That was a good song,
I actually think he may have performed that today. Now, this is what bothers me. Firstly, aside from the fact that we see this time and time again, nothing like this actually helps their cause because it puts people off when they're disrupting people. So you look at them, you go, you're farcical, go and get a job, please, give it up. Give it up. But what bothers me is that an exclusion zone only a few days ago was put in place by the New South Wales government to stop these lunatics from disrupting vessels in their kayaks out on the sea. And then what happened, James? A Supreme Court judge went, actually, no, that's invalid. And this was at the 11th hour. And now suddenly you've got these people hitting the waters. I don't know what is wrong with the court system, but these are nonsensical decisions. So now what's happened is you have got more than 100 of these people being arrested. So police are now wasting resources time and time again to throw the book at these people. And one more thing I'll mention, James, I saw this on the Instagram page of this rising tide. Oh, no, I'm not wearing a hat. Actually, I've got a keffiyeh draped around my head. Well, actually, I mean, a cap would do. A cap or a hat. Oh, no, we've got to make another statement while we're at it. Seriously,
it's called multitasking.
It's multitasking activists. Give me a break.
34 people had to be retrieved from the water by police. 10 protesters had to be assisted back to shore. One police officer fractured his ankle in the fracas that took place. It's not only irresponsible, but as I said, you've got the right to protest. You don't have the right to impede on economic activity, to protest in shipping lanes where you are preventing other people from going about their lawful business. And the whole thing is hypothetical anyway. Kayaks are made from a petroleum-based plastic. And for the young lady there who's wearing a life jacket, I mean, flotation devices are made from synthetic materials, which also are derived from petroleum. Adam Bant, the leader of the Greens, was, as you would expect, at the protest, and he was wearing a T-shirt that said "No more coal or gas," which begs the question, how did Adam Bant get to the protest? Do you reckon he walked from his Melbourne electorate? I don't think so. If you want to make your argument, then make your argument. And that's the wonderful thing about Australia. Everybody gets the chance, provided Labor don't pass their misinformation bill. Everyone gets the chance to make their argument and to attempt to persuade those who disagree to come over to their point of view. Now, these people haven't been able to make the argument, so now they resort to what is effectively economic terrorism. And that's wrong, and the courts should not tolerate, the police should not tolerate.
The courts.
And to see people like Adam Bant, an elected official, they're cheering on people as they break the law, just makes a mockery of the Greens.
And did you have a look, James? They had a full program for this weekend's protest, so it wasn't just on the water, but they also kicked off with yoga and a bit of meditation to start with, a speech by Peter Garrett, but this was my favourite, a climate dog parade. Bring your pooch dressed in their best climate costume. I'm not sure how that works.
I hope none of the dogs farted, because that would surely add to the...
that would add to the environmental damage.
It's insane. The whole thing is just mental. It's hypocritical. And as I said, I think it's people who... And it's the morality of their cause, right? Because you said earlier, the government say, it's all about safety. Well, these guys go to the other extreme. It's all, the world is going to burn if we don't do this.
The beds are burning.
And under that guise, they justify pretty much anything.
Yeah.
And how can you have a civil society when one group of people say, our issue is so important, we are allowed to do
can't.
whatever we
Yeah,
want.
no, you absolutely can't.